Hi guys! Again, welcome to my YouTube channel, Math with Teens. So, our topic for today is all about Pythagorean Theorem. Do you know who is the mathematician who discovered the Pythagorean Theorem? Yes, he is Pythagoras. Pythagoras discovered the Pythagorean Theorem. Okay, on this triangle, so we need to recall first our previous video lesson about right triangle similarity theorem because we will use this for proving of Pythagorean theorem. Okay, suppose we have triangle A, CB, right angle at C, and then we have the altitude segment CP. So we have side A, side B for the legs. And our altitude is segment H. Then we have side X and side Y. When we combine X plus Y, we have side C. Then we're going to get the geometric mean. So our geometric mean is the altitude and the two legs. So first we get the altitude. So we have X over H is equal to H over Y. Okay. The next one is x over a, so we have x over a is equal to a over x plus y. And then y over b is equal to b over x plus y. So that's our the geometric means. So let's recall the parts of the right triangle. So we have the legs, two legs, and the hypotenuse. The opposite of the hypotenuse is the angle, the right angle. Or the opposite of the right angle is the longest side, and that is the hypotenuse. Okay guys, let us prove the Pythagorean theorem. Okay, given right triangle ACB with a right angle at C, the altitude segment CP. So we have the two legs with legs A and B. And with the segment of CP, and that is segment H, we have side X, side Y. When we combine the side X and side Y, so this will be the hypotenuse C. So we need to prove C squared is equal to A squared plus B squared. So we have the table. So we have statements and reasons. The first one, draw altitude segment CP to the hypotenuse. So we already have altitude here. So that is definition of an altitude. The next one is we will get the geometric mean of the two legs. So our two legs is A and B. So what's the geometric mean? A and B. So we have X over A is equal to A over C. Here, X over A is equal to A over C. And the other one in B, so Y over B is equal to B over C. So that is the leg rule in the similarity of a right triangle theorem. The next one is you are going to cross product. So we have Cx is equal to A squared. Then Cy is equal to B squared. And that is a cross product property of proportion. So after that, we are going to combine using the addition property of equality. So Cx plus Cy, so you're going to combine that, and A squared plus B squared. So this one. Cx plus Cy is equal to A squared plus B squared. So that is the addition property of equality. After that, because we have the common monomial here, so we have to factor out the C. So Cx divided by C is X. cy divided by c is y. So we have c times the quantity of x plus y. So is equal to a squared plus b squared. So that is distributive property of multiplication over addition. So we know that that x plus y is c, right? This is x, this is y. So x plus y is c, the length of c. Segment addition postulate. If point P is between of A and B, then A plus B, AP plus PB is equal to AB. So that is the segment addition postulate. Then after that, we know that this is C. So we have C times C is C squared. So this now, C squared is equal to A squared plus B squared. So we have the substitution to statement 5 and 6. So this will be the Pythagorean formula. Okay, so after the proving, so let us state the Pythagorean theorem. So in a right triangle, the square of the hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the square of the legs. Okay, look at this. So the square of the hypotenuse, so C is our hypotenuse. So the square of the hypotenuse is equal to the sum. So add sum of the square of the two legs or the legs. Okay, so C squared is equal to A squared plus B squared is the formula for Pythagorean. So we have an example. Find the unknown parts of the following right triangle. So we have number 1. So we have triangle with the measures of two legs. So the measures of the two legs are 12 and 9. To solve for the hypotenuse C, first step is we are going to use the Pythagorean theorem, and that is C squared is equal to A squared plus B squared. And then we replace A with 9 and B with 12. Then evaluate 9 squared and 12 squared. So 9 squared is 81 and 12 squared is 144. Then we can combine. So add 81 and 144 and that is 225. So square root property, meaning you need to write square root sign both sides, or we call it extracting the square root to cancel the squared and the square root. And then what is the 200 square root of 225? So and that is C is equal to 15. The equation has two solutions. So we have 15 and negative 15, right? Since there is no negative length, negative 15 is disregarded. Therefore, the hypotenuse is 15 units long. So, therefore, we have a tree. Consider this tree formula. So if you're going to find the hypotenuse, the longest side, we are going to use C squared is equal to A squared plus B squared. But if the missing part is the one of the leg, for example, B or A, so this is the leg, you're going to use C squared minus A squared or C squared minus B squared. Okay, number 2. Find the missing length of the triangle. So we have a triangle with a measure of the one leg is 8 meters and the hypotenuse is 24 meters. We're going to find B meters. To solve for the longer leg, B, use the formula. So B squared is equal to C squared minus A squared. So we have to replace C with 24, yes, and A with 8. Then evaluate 24 times 24 is 576. Then 8 times 8 is 64. Then 576 minus 64 is 512. Okay. Then, square root property, you're going to extracting the square root to cancel the square then square root. So, b is equal to, simplify the square root of 512. So, there's no perfect square. You need to get the factors. So, the factors of this, that one number has a perfect square. So, we have 256 times 2. And the square root of 256 is 16. Then, square root of 2 meters. So, our B is 16 square root of 2 meters. Okay, how about number 3? So, our given, we have 25 centimeters in hypotenuse, 24 centimeters in one leg, and the other leg is missing. You're going to use a squared. So, find the shorter leg, a. So, we use a squared is equal to c squared minus b squared. So, replace C with 25, so 25 squared. Replace NB with 24, so 24 squared. Evaluate, 25 times 25 is 625, minus 24 times 24 is 576. So, we're going to subtract, and the answer is 49. Then, square root property again, square root both sides. Then, simplify square root of 49. Then, A is equal to 7 centimeters. Okay, guys? Any question, guys? Okay, guys, that's all for today. So, thanks for watching and listening. Hope you have learned a lot. So, good luck and God bless.